Hello and welcome to Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you all the latest news and updates from the country and the world in just 30 minutes. Let's quickly begin. Ministry of External Affairs on Friday criticized the U.S. State Department's 2023 report on international religious freedom, labeling it as deeply biased. MEA spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal addressed the media, stating the U.S. State Department's International Religious Freedom Report is biased and it does not understand India's social fabric. On day 5 of India's Parliament session on Friday, the lower house or Lok Sabha proceedings have been adjourned until the 1st of July amid ruckus by opposition demanding a discussion on NEET examination issue. The upper house or the Rajya Sabha took up discussions on motion of thanks on President's address. Bharatiya Janata Party's member Sudhanshu Trivedi moved the motion of thanks on President's address. Prime Minister Narendra Modi praised Indian universities for their global advancement and highlighted the government's dedication to quality education, resulting in positive outcomes. Prime Minister's remarks were in response to a post by Phil Beatty, who is the Chief Global Affairs Officer at the London-based Times Higher Education ranking. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed his delight on a social media platform. The first batch of Amarnath Yatra pilgrims flagged off for Kashmir on Friday from Jammu. Amid tight security, Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha flagged off the first batch of the Yatra. The annual pilgrimage to the Holy Shrine will begin from the 48-kilometer Nunwan-Pahalgam route in Anantnag and the 14-kilometer treacherous Baltal route in Ganderbal on Saturday. A section of the roof at Terminal 1 of Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport collapsed, prompting an immediate response from emergency services. 4 people were injured and taken to the hospital. Union Minister of Civil Aviation Ram Mohan Naidu said that he is personally monitoring the incident and the rescue operation is still underway. Deputy National Security Advisor Vikram Misri was appointed as the next Foreign Secretary. Misri to take charge with effect from the 15th of July, succeeding the incumbent Vinay Quatra. India has achieved a remarkable outcome in the mutual evaluation conducted by Financial Action Task Force in 2023-24. India's mutual evaluation report, endorsed by the FATF plenary in Singapore, positions the country among the regular follow-up category alongside just 4 other G20 nations. In a remarkable feat of engineering and efficiency, the Indian Army constructed a 70-foot Bailey Bridge in less than 72 hours in the northeastern state of Sikkim. The rapid construction was necessitated by the need to restore connectivity in a remote area that had been cut off due to recent landslides and heavy rains. The Central Bureau of Investigation on Thursday arrested 2 persons from Bihar's Patna in connection with the alleged irregularities in the NEET undergraduate examination. The arrested individuals are identified as Manish Prakash and Ashutosh. These are the first arrests made by the CBI in NEET paper leak case. India's Jharkhand High Court granted bail to former Chief Minister Hemant Soren in the alleged land scam case. Soren was arrested by the ED in January on charges related to money laundering case. In a tragic incident, at least 13 people were killed while 2 others were critically injured after a minibus crashed into a stationary truck in Karnataka's Haveri district early Friday. Defence Research and Development Organisation successfully conducted second flight test of indigenously developed conventional surface-to-surface missile Pralay from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Island off the coast of Odisha. At close, the Sensex declined 210 points to settle at 79,033, while the Nifty dipped 34 points to stand at 24,011. At close, Indian rupee strengthened by 7 paise to stand at 83.39 against the US dollar. India retained its leading position in emerging markets league table, achieving a composite score of 70 out of 100. This marked the sixth consecutive month that India has claimed the top spot, having held this position for 13 out of the last 15 months. India has imposed anti-dumping duties on 3 Chinese products, including hydraulic rock breaker, with an aim to protect domestic players from cheap imports. Global crude oil prices rose on Friday and were on the course for a third straight weekly jump, buoyed by growing expectations that the U.S. Federal Reserve will soon start cutting interest rates and U.S. inflation data due later in the day. U.S. stocks ended Thursday around the unchanged mark as investors awaited fresh inflation data. The dollar was headed for a second straight quarterly gain and jumped to a near 4-decade high on the battered yen in Asia trade on Friday. Financial information company S&P Global appoints an insider, Martina Cheung, as CEO, effective from the current date. American multinational company Walgreens plans to close about 650 to 700 underperforming stores in the U.S. U.S. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump are facing off in a high-stake debate in Atlanta, their first showdown of the 2024 election cycle. Biden and Trump did not shake hands as they took their positions at podiums just feet apart in a studio with no live audience. The candidates kicked off the debate by slamming each other's records. European Union leaders have nominated current European Commission head Ursula von der Leyen for a second 5-year term in the bloc's top job at a summit in Brussels. Estonian Prime Minister Kaja Kallas was picked as the European Union's next foreign affairs chief, and former Portuguese Prime Minister Antonio Costa was chosen as the next chairman of EU summits. European Union leaders have signed a security pact with Ukraine, kicking off a 2-day summit where they will establish the EU's strategic course for the next 5 years and appoint leaders of the EU's key institutions. The U.S. Pacific Fleet is hosting Rim of the Pacific, which is the world's largest international maritime exercise in Hawaii. Held every other year, the event this year brings together the armed forces of 29 countries together. Mexican President-elect Claudia Sheinbaum named another 4 members of her future cabinet to be her ministers for energy and transportation. Sheinbaum prepares to take office in October this year. Iranians are voting for a new president on Friday following Ibrahim Raisi's death in a helicopter crash. 4 candidates are in a fray. They were vetted by a Guardian Council that oversees elections in the country. Bolivian Government Minister Eduardo del Castillo said that 17 people had been detained so far following a coup attempt. The former commander Juan Jose Zuniga, as well as former Naval commander Juan Arne Salvador, was also arrested. Protesters blocked a highway in the Andean city of El Alto to protest the attempted coup d'etat from former commander of the Bolivian army Juan Jose Zuniga. Soldiers ultimately withdrew and police regained control of the square. Israeli security forces dispersed ultra-Orthodox Jews who were blocking roads near Tel Aviv in a protest against drafting members of the community into the military. Russia claimed on Thursday that it had attacked Ukraine's airport facilities and shot down 2 Ukrainian forces' MiG-29 fighter jets, 62 unmanned aerial vehicles, and intercepted several US-made missiles and rockets. While Ukraine said that it had engaged in 104 combats with Russian forces at the front, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of the Ukraine reported that its forces shot down 23 drones launched by Russia in the wee hours of Thursday. South Korea's military on Friday released a video to show North Korea's missile exploding in the flight. The video showed a North Korean missile abnormally spiraling early in flight and exploding. While North Korean state media has said that Pyongyang successfully conducted an important test on Wednesday aimed at developing missiles able to deploy multiple warheads. Protesters took to the street across Kenya despite the government's withdrawal of a contentious finance bill aimed at increased taxes to reduce debt. The demonstrators also demanded President William Ruto's resignation. The president of the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly, Dennis Francis, arrived in Cuba, where he called for respect for Bolivia's constitution a day after a failed coup by a faction of the army. A Slovak train crash with a bus killed 5 people. The collision occurred 110 kilometers east of the capital Bratislava as the international train traveled from Prague to Budapest. A fatal road accident left at least 3 people dead and dozens injured in southern Peru after 2 buses crashed head-on at dawn. The victims were taken to nearby hospitals. The U.S. Supreme Court granted permission for emergency abortions in case of life-threatening medical situations for women in Idaho on Thursday. It's time to take a short break here on Express News. We'll be right back.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
Welcome back after that short break. Let's continue with Express News. In Chile, a polar cold wave hit the coastal city of Punta Arenas, freezing off the water supplies for the residents. The city witnessed a record temperature of minus 14.7 degrees Celsius. The Minnesota city of the U.S. is overflooded due to incessant rains. Flooding topples part of house and banks of Blue Earth River, risking the collapse of a 114-year-old dam. Local officials expressed concerns for the dam as southern Minnesota grapples with continuous rain and severe flooding. A house located near the dam collapsed, with neighboring residents keeping a close eye on dam's condition. In China, excessive rains have caused submergence of a village in eastern Anhui province. The average rainfall in the area is 580 millimeters, forcing 58,000 people to evacuate. Wildfires are once again ravaging the Arctic Circle of the North Russia. It is the third time in the past 5 years that high-intensity fires have swept across the region. Russian authorities say that more than 160 wildfires in the Republic had affected nearly 460,000 hectares till the 24th of June due to higher air temperatures and drier conditions. Lightning strikes caused multiple fires in California's Fresno County on Tuesday that continued on the next day, damaging some radio and television transmitters. Rubbish Island on Guatemalan Lake poses health risk and threatens livelihoods due to plastic, animal and even human remains. 5,420 cubic meters of waste have been extracted during 2024 from the island. After persistent scorching heat, India's national capital finally receives incessant rainfall, marking a fresh start on Friday. Parts of Delhi received spells of heavy rainfall, bringing much-needed respite from the sweltering heat. IMD forecasts the weather for the next 7 days in Delhi, predicting generally cloudy skies and varying intensities of rain accompanied by gusty winds. Fishing boats have been grounded due to severe weather conditions in Gujarat's Okha as heavy rain has slashed the region. Local authorities issued an urgent advisory halting all fishing activities and urging boat owners to secure their boats until the weather improves. Heavy rains are occurring in isolated places of Assam, Meghalaya, Manipur and Mizoram. The IMD has issued orange alert for Assam. Roads were submerged in Dibrugarh city of Assam, causing inconvenience to the citizens. The number of flood-affected victims remain at 1.1 lakh. A group of life-sized wild animal puppets took their first step at the London launch of a new public art project on Thursday. The puppets will embark on a 20,000 kilometers journey from Central Africa to Northern Europe, symbolically fleeing from the effects of climate change. Paying a note to the timeless beauty of pearls, Giorgio Armani's Haute Couture Fall-Winter 2024-25 collection was displayed in Paris. Featuring 89 looks, the entire collection alluded to the pearls. Japan's Emperor Naruhito and his wife Empress Masako visited the Young Victoria and Albert Museum, a branch of Victoria and Albert Museum. Hong Kong's M+ Museum is hosting the first comprehensive retrospective of the famed architect Luo Meng Pai, also known as I Am Pai. The Chinese-American architect is best known for designing some of the most iconic buildings across the world, including the Bank of China Tower in Hong Kong, the Museum of Islamist Art in Doha, and the modernization of the Louvre Museum in Paris. A UK squatter group has taken over disused commercial premises to help homeless people in London. The Reclaim Croydon Collective, the squatters group, says that it provides a community-based solution to a broken housing market. In Russia's far northeastern Yakutia region, local scientists are performing an autopsy on a wolf frozen in permafrost for around 44,000 years. An exhibition at the German Football Museum in Dortmund has been put up that aims to bring together soccer fanatics and art buffs together. In motion, art and football that coincides with Euro 2024 includes nearly 200 works representing all 24 nations at the European Championship. German butcher is making sausages in national colors to honor Euro 2024. The butcher combines national colors black, red and gold and turns them into an edible German flag. The opening ceremony for the upcoming exhibition, called Eternal Resonance Between Indian Culture and Korean Culture, was held in New Delhi. A total of 5 Indian artists and Korean artists have been selected for the exhibition. The exhibition will last till the 27th of September this year. More rare and intimate looks into the lives of John Lennon and Yoko Ono has been unveiled in a newly released video featuring never-seen-before home movies. The black and white footage shot by Lennon offers a peek into the couple's home life. Lisa Lalisa Manobal's latest music video called Rockstar has taken the world by storm, and its impact is being felt nowhere more than in the bustling Chinatown district of Yaowarat. The video that features stunning visuals of Yaowarat's neon-lit street and iconic landmarks has transformed the area into a must-visit destination for fans of the Thai pop star. Veteran French actor Isabelle Huppert is all set to receive the Lumiere Award in October, honoring her work in the field of cinema. The makers of Downton Abbey 3 have finally announced its release date to be on the 12th of September 2025. The makers of Batman Caped Crusader unveiled the trailer of the animated series. American singer-songwriter and novelist, along with satirist Kinky Friedman, has passed away at the age of 79. Makers of Ritesh Deshmukh's starrer human drama series called Pill have released its trailer. Manav Kaul Tilotama show में Shweta Basu Prasad starrer Desi gangster series called Tribhuvan Mishra CA Topper is all set to premiere on the 18th of July on Netflix. India advances to the T20 Cricket World Cup final after they defeated England by 68 runs in Guyana. Indian captain Rohit Sharma has broken the record for the most fours hit by a batter in T20 World Cup's history during semi-final clash. Former Zimbabwe captain Andy Flower criticized the pitch used for the T20 Cricket World Cup semi-final match between Afghanistan and South Africa. Indian women cricket team takes command as Shafali Verma slams double ton in one-off test against South Africa in Chennai on Friday. Indian deaf cricket team created history by defeating England by 5-2 in the 7-match T20 series on their soil. India's athlete Kiran Pahel qualified for Paris Olympics in women's 400-meter athletics category. Switzerland will take on defending champion Italy in the opening round of 16 at the Euro 2024. In second encounter, host Germany will face Denmark in Dortmund. The host topped Group A with 7 points in hand. Argentina captain Lionel Messi's presence in their final Copa America group stage game against Peru remains in doubt due to muscle pain. And Colombia coach Nestor Lorenzo said his side will not underestimate Costa Rica as they look to secure a place in the quarterfinals of the Copa America. And with this, it's a wrap here on Express News for now, but news and updates will continue here on DD India. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all latest news and updates from the country and the world. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.